highlight reel with The Who in the background. The Who will be here February 7th when we're here for the telecast of Super Bowl 44 on CBS. But how about the play of the Dolphins coming back from 14-0 down, and Chad Henne over 200 yards passing in that first half. This is, again, a Patriot defense that was shredded by Breeze on Monday night, and again, big yardage against them today.
Well, I think there's a lot of things there that the Miami Dolphins hung in at the first half. Second-year quarterback, I almost always want to say rookie, Chad Henne, but it is his second year, that how much faith they have in him and how they are running their offense and calling plays. They are being aggressive and going after this New England secondary.
And a reminder, this game brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Ted Ginn expecting the leg of Gostowski to stand at about 3 yards deep, but this one pulls him up to the 7. Shakes, stays on his feet down at the 24. All right, to summarize that first half, Tom Brady 13 of 14, his only incompletion. There was just nothing available down the field. That was in the red zone, actually. And Chad Henne with very decent numbers, a touchdown pass to Bess. He was picked by Merriweather.
Jim, just excellent first halves by both quarterbacks. Yes, Chad Henne, I should say, threw one interception, but my answer to that is big deal. Overall, played exceptionally well.
Ricky Williams, who ran for 33 yards in that first half, backs in for about 3 more. Again, Miami at 5-6. Phil, it's been really an uphill climb for them since beginning 0-3. A loss week 2 against the Colts, where they had the ball for 44 minutes and lost.
Well, you know, that game, they're of course upset about losing to Buffalo last week when they did so many good things up there, gave up the big plays. But the other one, Jim, New Orleans.
Yep, the 2 unbeaten teams, they had them both. They had them both beaten and blew fourth quarter leads against those 2. The 2nd down and 7. And he goes underneath, and Williams going to be about 1 yard short of a first. That AFC playoff picture, we were debating this coming over to the stadium today. What will it take to make it as a wild card? New England on top of the East right now at 7-4, but will it be 10-6? Or will it be perhaps 9-7? I think 9-7. You think 10-6.
Well, I did, but you know, I'm always.
You're able to.
I changed my mind quickly.
Yes, audible.
You talked about it too. Miami, if they find a way to beat New England.
Oh, Hilliard.
Great job inside.
As the Patriots make the big stick on 3rd and a long yard. Pryor in on that.
Yeah, Pryor inside, first-year player, really gets enough action and has done a good job for the Patriots, giving them depth. 91, he just beats Gardner inside.
And it was Hilliard, not Ricky Williams, who was the running back after Williams and
Guyton helps him out.
Handled it on the first 2 downs. So a 3 and out for Miami. First one we've seen today by either side. Welker waits for it. Gets the grab at the 17. Cuts back and to the 28. That one carried 51 yards. That punt, 11-yard run back. A 14-10 game. A tight one here, 3rd quarter. Well, we'll see the Patriots now for the first time in the second half. The defense does the job to open the 3rd quarter. Again, Brady only 1 misfire today, and it wasn't his fault. Just well covered down the field. 13 of 14. He's going to go with Maroney. And you see Jason Taylor with a flag down. Taylor injured late in that first half with a shoulder, but he's back out there, forcing a 3-yard loss.
Holding. Offense. Number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
70s Logan Mankins, left guard. Oh, that's what happens. Penetration to the inside by Randy Starks. He's afraid he's going to catch the play from behind, so he reaches out and holds.
first and 20. And over the top, Aiken makes the catch. Aiken taken off down the sideline. Sam Aiken, 81 yards and no flag.
Sean Smith is all over the play. He is in perfect position to make the interception. Tom Brady under pressure just throws it out, and what a job by Sam Aiken. What happens is that Sam Aiken just was patient longer, so he was able to get higher and be more forceful going to the football.
Well, the way he made that play, you thought it was Randy Moss when you first looked up. Longest play of the season for New England. Aiken coming off a career game last week against the Saints. Most yardage, most catches, and Gostowski adds the extra point. Well, Dolphin fans may be saying, was that not offensive pass interference? It goes for a touchdown, New England. Back up 11. Tom Brady just went over 30,000 yards passing on his career. A couple of things you wonder about. Why did the Dolphins not turn down that penalty after they had, on first down, dropped Maroney for a 3-yard loss? Would have been 2nd and 13 instead of 1st and 20. Nonetheless, the pass play, Brady hit again on the long throw after the release by Starks. Gibbs going to run it out. Again, galloping. Still on his feet past the 40 and near midfield. Any chance that would have been pass interference against the Patriots, Phil?
Well, a couple things, Jim. First, let's do this. What's the safety helping out because of Randy Moss? Because my first question is, Tom Brady lobs it up in the air. Why isn't somebody there making the tackle even after he beat Sean Smith? This is the reason why. Because they were worried about Randy Moss. And the other thing is, there is no doubt that offensive players, they can be more physical and get away with more than the defensive players.
51-yard return by Ginn. And Henney. Too low for Camarillo. He was in traffic.
And Jim, to answer your question is, you know, I even look at it differently. My first thought is no, that wasn't offensive pass interference. But if you look at it the other way, if you made them change positions, I'd go, yes, that's the D. So if the players were switched, I would have called a penalty on Sam Aiken.
It was for 81 yards and a touchdown.
Been trained.
2nd and 10, Ricky Williams. Still fighting for 5.
When we come into this game, Tony Ronald yesterday just said it to us. Big plays on the defensive side. And of course, well, every coach talks about that. Yeah, I know, but you think that the league, everybody just says, don't give them up. Play it safe. Play it careful. Sean Smith in really good position. Can't make the play. Randy Moss deep down the field.
Jason Taylor talking to the rookie Sean Smith.
Keep your spirits up.
3rd down 4. Henney looking for help. Going for the long ball. And there's interference against Will Height. Hartline was the target.
Well, that's just tough on the Patriot corner.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 24. Spot foul. First down.
That's tough because anytime you allow any quarterback to move around this much and get this extra time, there's the arm that comes out, the arm bar. It stops Hartline from coming back and making the catch.
A 37-yard gain by penalty. And the Dolphins now 1st and goal at the 9.
The corner. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
No, just go ahead.
No, the corners for the Patriots. They just can't make the play on the football all day long, really most of this year.
Henney rolling out, firing, caught, but out of bounds. Hartline.
I'll tell you, the Dolphins, they do show you that they have a lot of different plays in this offense. We haven't seen the so-called Wildcat today. We saw a little option by Pat White, but they moved the quarterback. As Bill Belichick says, they got every package in the NFL on the offensive side, and they use them all.
Can they answer back quickly after the long strike by New England? Second and goal, Ricky Williams for 3. Mike Wright plugging that middle.
Well, that's pretty good. 37 trips, 24 touchdowns by this Dolphins offense. A lot of it's been inside the 5-yard line. The Wildcat, which gives them the extra blocker. They've been very good doing that down inside. Too far out to run it here, though.
Timeout called by Henne. And Sperano furious about his team having to take one here. Henne and the Dolphins come to the line. 3rd and goal at the 6. Henne with time, now throws, and the ball was deflected at the line. Oh, it was an open receiver. Lee Bodden got a hand on it.
What a job by Lee Bodden, number 23. He decides, oh, he's going to come late. An uncovered receiver out there.
Camarillo was open.
Nobody there with him. Lee Bodden timed that jump perfectly. Saved the touchdown.
24-yard try on the way for the man who's made 15 straight. Dan Carpenter. Brandon Fields on the hold. Snapped by Denny is good. Executed to perfection, but 3 is all. They had 1st and goal at the 9. Bodden saves a touchdown. 21-13, New England. Thanks to our friends from MetLife for the aerial coverage down here in South Florida, which will host the Super Bowl for the 10th time here in 2 months' time on CBS, February 7th. Carpenter and a big boot 4 yards deep, and Slater decides to take it out, and he stopped short of the 20. Now, new ownership down here in Miami and bringing all kinds of excitement to the scene. That's Stephen Ross, the owner and chairman of the board of the Miami Dolphins. They've got quite a whole happening of things in the middle of your screen there. They got the orange carpet. Involved a lot of local celebrities. Larry King, we showed you earlier, on his way to the broadcast booth. The Hall of Famer. Joe Perry had a little concert outside. Meanwhile, Mr. Kraft and Jonathan Kraft, Daniel Kraft, 5 times the AFC champions since they took over in '94. New England ownership. 3 Super Bowl titles. And 1st down, there's Brady over to Falk, and he loses the handle. Tonight, 60 Minutes. Well, Tim Donaghy was one of the best ever at picking NBA winners, but he admits he had an advantage. He was an NBA referee, and he gives his first interview tonight on 60 Minutes. It's only the 2nd incompletion for Brady, and again, that's one that should have been caught. Under the ground to Maroney. 3rd and 6 on the way. We got an update. Michael Vick back to Atlanta today. What's happening there, James Brown?
Back in Atlanta, mixed reactions when he was introduced earlier. A lot of cheers here. Went on 3rd and 1 from the 5. He takes it across Jim for the score. His first rushing touchdown since October 2006. Eagles on top, 20-0 in the 3rd. Back to Jim Nance. Phil Simms.
Thank you, JB. Atlanta playing shorthanded without Ryan at quarterback. Chris Redmond today only 5 of 15, without Michael Turner in the backfield as well. Getting blanked by the Eagles. 3rd down and 6.
Here's a 3-down defensive alignment look. Let's see if they stay with it.
Another long ball. And that time, Jabril Wilson comes over to knock it away from Randy Moss.
You know, maybe the three-man rush gives the Patriots more problems than the four, because New Orleans, Randy Starks inside, he's double team, and still, man, I mean, that's flush. That is like hitting the sweet spot if you're playing baseball and you hit a home run. And look, the double coverage down the field. I love that look. Really, I just don't understand why we haven't seen it before.
3 and out for the Patriots. And Hansen.
Low kick.
Yep, returnable for Bess at the 27. It's a 9-yard return after a 53-yard punt. Chad Henne coming back out. His team down, a touchdown and a 2. 21-13 New England. The two Michigan quarterbacks with their college coach in attendance today, Lloyd Carr.
Yep, we saw Lloyd Carr on Friday.
First down, Ricky Williams pulling ahead for about 8. Carr was over at the Dolphins practice facility on Friday. You saw the Brady numbers, 277 to put him over 30,000 on his career.
What a day, really.
3 long ones, too. 58 yards to Moss for a touchdown, 58 yards to Welker, 81 yards for a touchdown to Aiken.
And this Dolphin defense last year, they were not giving up big plays. You know, they were grinding games out, playing their style. And this year, that's just not the case. Giving up the big plays, turning it over more than they did last year.
Brady opened up the new millennium. Oh, got a little timeout again by Miami's offense with confusion. Brady played here in the Orange Bowl on January 1, 2000 for Michigan.
I remember it.
Over Alabama, his senior year, his last game as a member of the Maize and Blue, and he threw 4 touchdowns.
So a lot of long passes that day down the left sideline.
Miami down to 1 timeout.
Well, Michigan's had some run with their quarterbacks through the years.
Now, you'd think there'd be maybe a little conversation between these two. They've actually chatted only once, and it was Chad Henne's freshman year at Michigan before the Notre Dame game. His quarterback coach up there at the time, Scott Loeffler, now, of course, at Florida. Put him on the phone to talk to Tom, get a little advice about what it was like to go against the Fighting Irish.
Chad Henne dominated in the college statistics, but Brady in the pros, of course, more experience, but having a phenomenal career.
2nd and 2, over the top and out of bounds, over the top of Camarillo.
Yeah, 2nd and 2, trying to go for a long play.
There's Lloyd Carr down here on vacation.
Yeah, and he's sitting up there. You know what he's doing right now? Do you think he's enjoying the game? Really, I'm serious. Do you think he's doing?
Probably can't.
No, why are they doing that? He's still coaching. And I asked him what he was doing down here, and he said he always told his wife, once I get done coaching, I'll take it to a pro football game, and it's a good one to come to.
Here he is. 3rd down and 2. There's Bess trying to get away from Bodden. Scampers all the way to the New England 37.
I'll tell you, this Devon Bess, when he lines up inside or anytime he gets space, he's cheated down. You think, okay, he's going to go across the field. But what, it can stick his foot in the ground. That's what makes some of these receivers great, or gives them a chance to catch all these passes. When I say stick their foot in the ground, they can put a foot down and change directions or go across the field without slowing down. That's why he was wide open.
Bess with a career high now, over 100 yards off that last play. Henne. And that was over Hanos. They had Derek Burgess closing in on him. How about the day by Devon Bess?
Well, you hear his name all the time when you're around the Dolphins. When you try to talk about their passing game, you just keep getting Devon Bess from Hawaii. Played down there for June Jones, caught who knows. They threw it every down. They worked on it constantly, but he learned his craft, and it's really bought him a spot here in the NFL, and he's going to be part of this receiving corps no matter how they shape it up in the future.
A 2nd down and 10. There's Fasano still on his feet to the 18. Look at all the Patriots around him. He knocked off Bodden, knocked him down, and it took 3 others to tackle him after a gain of 19.
Well, they like the tight ends big, and he is big, and he's really just learning, or he's just becoming more of a part of the offense. feels the defender, Guyton goes around him, and the biggest thing is the quarterback, Chad Henne, is really getting used to finding and seeing the space in front of the receivers. That allows him to anticipate a little and throw footballs into tight coverage like that one.
Chad Henne with a new high, 249 yards.
And he ripped that one in there.
And a sweep, Ricky Williams. Taken out of bounds at the 12. Running behind Vernon Carey for 7.
Well, I think we came on the air today and we talked about the Dolphins. Their defense, don't give up the big plays. Well, let's forget that one. But on offense, they execute an unbelievable number of plays well. But they're not getting the finishing plays. The cheap 40-yard touchdowns are driving them in the end zone when they really need to, like right now.
2nd and 3. Go Williams again, and he tried to cut it back to the left side, but stepping up to make the play was Jarvis Green. Only a yard, 3rd and 2.
Well, I think right here, and you have to think this way, if you're Tony Sparano, you're the head coach, you say, okay, call the plays, Dan Henne, the offensive coordinator. You got 2 downs. So usually if they say that and you tell them that, that means his 3rd down play is going to be a run.
Again on 3rd down, Hilliard, the running back, not Ricky Williams. And everyone in tight. 3rd down and 2. We'll try Hilliard. And that's twice he's been stopped on 3rd and short in this quarter. 4th and 1.
This is why you do it. You've already made the decision. I think by running it on 3rd down, that means you're going to go for it on 4th here.
Keeping the offensive unit out there. Mayo made that last tackle.
I like this move. And a lot of your decisions are made even before the situation arises. And this is every bit of a good yard.
Bill Parcells looking on.
Oh, don't run it up the middle, that's for sure.
Hilliard, the running back. Polite has the first. Lusaka Polite. There's a Parcells man from back in the Dallas days.
Oh, yeah. He's a tremendous blocker. What they do, I like about it, this is different for the fullback up the middle. The Patriots had the inside stacked, but since he comes from a different angle and they block across instead of straight ahead, that's what makes it successful.
Hey, they bring in Pat White, the rookie quarterback, drafted in the 2nd round out of West Virginia. Now, he's been in a 1 play, and it was a botched play that lost big yardage. They're running an option.
Let's see if he runs it up the middle after a fake.
1st and goal. And fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Early contact by Jarvis Green. And they're going to bring back Henne.
Wow, some fans are actually booing.
The Wildcat not getting a favorable response here.
It's Pat White. You know, no disservice to him, but it's not an all-pro running back like Ronnie Brown. You know, I explain that to people all the time. You're talking about an all-pro running back who gets to fake it to another all-pro running back and then decide where he wants to run. That's a pretty good combination.
2nd and goal. And Henne goes for a second option and throws it through the back of the end zone. He was looking, I believe, over Fasano's way, then went to the other tight end, Janos. Fasano was on the right side of the end zone.
I was trying to watch it all, and I didn't see anybody open.
Nope.
Little shell. They got it to that side. They're all covered. The only thing I could say for a young quarterback, when you feel no pressure, no, he's not open. He makes the throw. He throws it on target. Lee Bodden's going to intercept it.
Yep, Bodden was just waiting for it.
Yeah,
3rd and goal.
He middled him.
All kinds of time. Now rifles in, and it is caught. Hartline has the touchdown. Got 2 fingers in the air. How about that throw, Phil?
That was just borderline fantastic. He had to throw it hard with an arc. And that's one of the things you determine who's a really good thrower. They can do that. You know, 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the game. I mean, in the third quarter, I would kick the extra point.
Yeah, you're very conservative on this, and you often are proven right.
Don't chase the points.
But they're going to try to go ahead and tie it right now. Camarillo, Hartline, both to the right. Williams offset behind Henne to the right. He looks left, waits, and now throws and deflected. Incomplete.
Then the other thing I hate down here, 3-step drops. Too much confusion, too many people in your face.
12-play drive that ends with a touchdown.
Fake inside. Oh, nice route by Hartline. Everybody runs those inside look passes at the goal line. They stop him and bring him back to the outside.
You talked the play before about Bodden trying to middle it. He was trying to do it again.
He was, but a little more separation, the corner of the end zone, and he's able to drive it. I tell you, there's nothing like it. Yeah, be excited. You know, why you don't go for two, Jim? Well, I always say it. It brings in different numbers in the game. Now the Patriots, you know, they score a touchdown. Both offenses are moving. You don't know what the final thing is going to be, the score. So wait and only take that chance or go for two when you have to. That football is tipped.
Bantacane.
That's about 6 tipped balls against this Miami offense in the last 2 weeks.
That is the third scoring drive for the Dolphins today. That was at least 10 plays in duration. Bantacane, the second one in there.
Hey, I like what I see today from this Miami offense.
There is Butler. Oh, taken down. What a stick that was. My goodness, Chris Clemens holds him to a 14-yard run back. Now, some might have thought the Dolphins were given up for dead after being down 14-0. That's the segue into CSI Miami. The crime scene investigation. The newest member of the team may be the one who tears them apart. All new tomorrow. America's #1 network, CBS. First down carry for Sammy Morris. And he got a good head of steam going for 7. Well, they had both gone for 4th down this way. Patriots in the second quarter. Morris was stopped. Third quarter, Polite and the Dolphins, they get it. One of the stories behind this 21-19 New England lead. Welker alone again. To the 45 of Miami, running away from Sean Smith.
Wow, what spacing inside. 5 rushers, nobody, one-on-one coverage, and right from the start. Oh, Sean Smith, no chance.
28 picked up on this one.
Brady's rib pads, they look a little low. Of course, I don't know what's hurting, so you wear them where you're trying to protect.
Welker at 131. Receiving today. Morris, give him a yard. Hey, by the way, if you're looking for the perfect gift, the football fan you know, give them NFL.com Game Rewind and let them relive every game of the 2009 season. And HD quality video special holiday offers at NFL.com/Game Rewind.
We'll see. Sorry, Jim. See if it's a screen to the right.
Second down and 10. And that's thrown away over the head of Moss.
It was a screen to the right, but he decided to take the one-on-one with Randy Moss. But I don't think Randy Moss was ready to take advantage of it.
See Brady at 305, over 300 yards both games this year against the Dolphins. That's the first time that's ever happened against a Miami team twice in one season. But Brady and New England facing 3rd and long. Welker shifts twice and stops short. Almost able to fight for it.
Now see, that's different. If you're going to blitz and you know they can't block them all, and that's what they do, they try to outnumber, you're going to make Tom Brady throw it quick. Just be ready to make the tackle. Look at the blitzers coming. New England, they kind of been in no man's land, and they're going to go for it.
Well, they're going to go for it on 4th down from the 39 of Miami. 4th and 3. Open Welker. Flag is down.
Could be pass interference on the offensive side.
It is going to be against New England.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 88. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 4th down.
They get the pass interference call against Aiken.
This is like one of the first plays you put in at training camp. You stack your receivers and you throw the... Oh, man, I tell you. That is just an unbelievably tough call. Sam Aiken's allowed to go straight ahead. But I'm just going to say it one more time, Jim. You just can't cover him one-on-one out there like that. Again, no chance.
Final half minute of the 3rd. And now off the penalty, the Patriots will punt with Hansen. They had another flag.
Yeah, the guy that's on the end of the line of scrimmage went in motion. Can't do that.
Ball is down by Kyle Arrington. A 41-yard punt by Hansen.
Yeah, they might make him re-kick this. I think Kyle Arrington was the end man on the line of scrimmage, and if he was,
Yeah, he was.
You can't go in motion.
If you're Miami, you're definitely going to want him to re-kick instead of taking it at the 6 or 7.
Or I should say when you're covering the tackle.
See if it's on 27.
Illegal motion. Kicking team number 27. 5-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
See, you could bring him in if you want, Jim, but when you're the end man on the line of scrimmage, here he is, you got to shift in and stop. Well, he comes in motion. I don't know if everybody was alerted. Since he was in motion, then get set for 1 second, that is a penalty.
Well, we're going to have a pretty exciting 4th quarter in store for you folks. Of course, for Miami, the 4th quarter, by and large, has been a disaster this season, including last week when they outscored 24-zip at the Buffalo and gave up a 7-point lead in a game they very well should have won. Hansen, his second one, is going to bounce at the 5, and hey, New England ends up better off after all of that. Instead of at the 7, it'll be at the 3 to start the 4th quarter. Well done by Chris Hansen. 21-19 Patriots. Back after this message and a word from your local station. Question mark about Brady's ability to throw all the time. Play action fake. Long ball. Moss reels it in. Touchdown, New England. And over the top, Aiken makes the catch. 4th quarter, here we come. Jim Nance, Phil Simms down here Miami way. And the Dolphins, they've been emphasizing the 4th quarter all week. That's all the talk when we were at their facility on Friday. What a way to start the final quarter. First down from their own 3. Hinney throwing out of the end zone. And a good grab by Camarillo and a first down. Working on Darius Butler.
Well, where else do you expect him to throw it? No, I'm serious. I'm not getting on Darius Butler, but the Dolphins, most of this passing game, even if it's in the down the middle, it's to the right side. And when they throw it outside, it's always going to the right side.
Williams. Wow, what a hit. That was Vince Wilfork. Got an update on the Saints and the Redskins. James Brown.
Jim and Phil, will the Saints get knocked from the ranks of the unbeaten? Jason Campbell of the Skins hooking up with Devin Thomas, second touchdown hookup of the day. Campbell 20 of 30, 254 yards, and a career high tying 3 touchdowns, 27-17. Back to Jim and Phil.
Yeah. Thank you, JB. Big day for the Redskins to this point, up 10. The other unbeaten, Indianapolis, up a couple of touchdowns on Tennessee. Second down and 9 here for Miami. And that is Ricky Williams exploding for about 8, maybe 9. He's going to yard short of the first. Now this fourth quarter story on the season. You look through 3 quarters. Well, in their last 5 losses, they've been within 7 in all of them. In fact, led a couple of occasions, New Orleans and Buffalo. Tied against Indianapolis week 2 and went on to lose.
Penalties, that's been one reason they feel like 9 false starts in the fourth quarter this year, and they only had 12 for the whole year.
Penny rolling out, trying to get away from Burgess. And had to throw that away. Burgess closing in on him. That was Butler defending on Camarillo, too.
Yeah, sometimes when you roll the quarterback out in these situations, the defense is playing man-to-man coverage, and as soon as that quarterback gets out of the pocket, what is the receiver going to do? They can really only do one thing, and that's run towards the sideline. New England in the perfect coverage or the perfect defense had time to stop it.
So the Dolphins pick up 1 first down. And bring on Fields. Oh, and he's hit. Flags down. Pierre Woods hit him. It doesn't matter if it's roughing or running into. It's going to be enough for a first. It was 4th and 1.
There's 2 penalty flags on the field.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. An eligible member of the kicking team downfield, number 50, running into the kicker. Defense, number 58. Those penalties offset. Replay, 4th down.
So that's a big break for New England. Instead of giving the Dolphins the first down by penalty, offsetting penalties, back to Fields again.
Well, there's no doubt about this one. There you. I can hear the contact from up here. Yeah, and Eric Walden, you're not allowed to break down the field until the punt is gone. So he took off too quick. It's a pretty easy call because you could see the separation. Low kick.
Very low. But long. Back to the 28's Welker. Tackled at the 39. All right, John Denny, the long snapper. 51-yard punt, 12-yard run back. 2-point lead. Patriots. Look at these performances by Welker. Well, we're used to that now. I mean, this is pretty standard form for him. Career numbers, though, for Devon Best, including touchdown number 1 on the season for the man who was undrafted a year ago and had the best rookie year for an undrafted receiver, reception-wise, in the last 40 years outside of Wayne Corbett. First down, Patriots with the lead by 2 from the 38. Walker, another catch. It's right on his season average now, 9 receptions. Goes for 12.
Hey, I'll just say this. There were some questions about Tom Brady's finger before the game, but look at these hits. Wow. And that's not, we didn't show the same play.
And it starts most of the time.
Man, I mean, these are flush. Take it to the ground. the defensive lineman must get up and go, man,
He's on
that
the
felt
left.
good.
64 is on the left, D.
But you got to worry when your quarterback takes big hits like that.
First down New England from the Miami side.
Oh, wide open.
Welker ducks. Goes to the 30. He went right underneath Aiken-Adell.
You just got to substitute. You got to play extra defensive backs in there when they do this. And you got Aiken-Adell trying to cover Wes Welker down the field. You saw the move inside. He breaks outside. I mean, he's not open. He's wide open. Just no chance. Got to be a better plan.
Now 10 catches. That last one for 18 yards. He's at 167 on the game. Morris with a flag. The other one kind of gave up on the play.
Holding. Defense. Number 96. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
That is the first penalty of the game against Miami. By the way, next Saturday, CBS Sports proud to renew one of the most illustrious, colorful spectacles in all of sport. All guts and grit and glory. Army and Navy, presented by USAA. And it all begins with TIAA Prep College Football today. It's a wonderful tradition, Army-Navy. Vern, along with Jerry Danielson, Tracy Wolfson next week on Army-Navy. First down off the penalty at the 19. Morris.
Nice move.
Boy, he went low and just snuck around that corner, didn't he?
Yeah, but he made just a little move like he was going to try to cut it in between two defenders. And that little, the slightest little hesitation right in there. Oops, and let me go outside. And that gets him about 7-8 extra yards. And Sammy Morris, I watched him last week against the Saints. And I go, man, I have a hard time not playing him full-time at fullback. Made some tremendous blocks.
Well, no one was set and flags were down.
12 men on the field for the Dolphins.
You know, I'm starting to think of that missed 2 now for Miami and how that could come back and hurt him here if New England gets it in the end zone. Kicks an extra point, goes up 9.
It's a great point. You're right. There's so many scenarios I could tell you about it and talk about it. I didn't see if New England substituted late. If you substitute a guy into the huddle, you have to give the defense the appropriate time to do their substitution.
Defense, 12 men. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
Yeah, this is Tom Brady being smart. Oh, look, all of a sudden he sees it. There it is. He looked over and saw Sean Smith coming off. I think he's yelling at the officials, but their decision and what to do against the New England personnel was too late.
Sammy Morris, the running back, just inside the 5. The football for the Patriots. Watch Moss one-on-one to the right. Now they're going to go run Morris. Just back to the line of scrimmage.
Chad Henne. It's always tough standing on the sidelines. You're the quarterback in situations like this. You just don't emotionally get involved. Well, will our defense stop them? You know, it takes too much energy. Save it for when you're on the field. Got to watch the draw.
Here's the throw and the interception in the end zone. Vontae Davis, the rookie first rounder from Illinois. They were going for Moss. For the second time in this game, Brady and the Patriots stopped in the red zone, this time by interception. By Vontae Davis.
How about that? Vontae Davis played against the Patriots the first time, lined up against Randy Moss, saw Tom Brady, goes, I've made it. I'm in the NFL.
Said I had to get over it. He has. First down, Henne. He's the brother, of course, of Vernon Davis, tight end for the 49ers.
Tight coverage on the outside. He's physical at the line of scrimmage. And because he did that, it allowed him to turn and look and find the football. Oh, and he gets it, catches it, a double catch. Yeah, he knows a touchdown there. Wouldn't have iced the game, but it had been close.
2nd and 10 for Miami. 9.5 left. Knocked down. What a play that was by Ty Warren.
You heard me talk about it, Jim. We were getting ready for the game. I was talking about short drops. And sometimes, even though you don't sack the quarterback, when you push the lineman back, it cuts down the throwing lanes for the quarterback, and you get a lot of tip passes. And the Dolphins, like I said, back-to-back weeks, a lot of tip passes at the line of scrimmage. Chad Henne's got to find those throwing lanes. Shuffle your feet.
3rd and 10. Slant and knocked away. Patriots defense comes up big. That is Darius Butler knocking it away from Brian Hartline in a real quick series that was for Miami.
Yeah, that was. Now this is well done. He lets him inside, then you drive through him because you know it's a blitz where you're going to make him throw it quick. And even if he catches it, you're going to stop him short of the first down.
So 3 straight incompletions, and back on the field, Brandon Fields.
That's the bad thing. The good thing is you didn't take any clock.
This one a boomer for the 31. Welker brought down by Hartline and makes another special teams tackle. John Denny down there too. 60 minutes tonight. Tim Donaghy, his first interview, the rogue referee from the NBA who was betting on games. His first interview tonight on 60 Minutes. First down, New England. Sammy Morris able to elude a hit behind the line of scrimmage. Pick up 4. As we mentioned, first time ever the Dolphins have had a quarterback throw for 300 yards against them twice in a season.
Boy, the Patriots, you look up, 21 points. They've almost been unstoppable, but it's just, well, you know what it is, the interception in the end zone, not making it on 4th down.
One for another long ball. Got a man open. Diving catch. Incomplete. Wow, what an attempt. Laying out for it with Sam Aiken.
I'll tell you, New England, that's a touchdown. You get down here in Miami, this warm weather, and Tom Brady must feel like nothing like the feel of being hot. The air, it's warm, it keeps the football up there. And he got every bit of it, threw it perfectly. But it just carries. So it's a little too long.
Could be a quick 3 and out for New England, too, if they fail to convert here. They need 6. Need to get to the 46. Going to run for it. And they're not going to get anywhere close. In fact, maybe losing a yard. Kevin Falk. Football coming back to Miami with 8 minutes to go.
Well, I know one thing. They were not going to let the Patriots that time throw it to Wes Welker. They had 2 guys lined up with him.
Chris Hansen's had a nice game, including one punt that was out of bounds at the 3. Looks left, goes middle. And hurdles up to the 24. We're midway through the fourth quarter after a 48-yard punt, 12-yard run back. 21-19, Patriots lead it.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Christmas costs less at Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart. And by State Farm. To us, nothing's more important than being there.
And Dolphins from the 24, down 21-19 after being behind 14-0 early. Henney's pass to Fasano, complete for a first down.
Anthony Fasano is just becoming more and more a part of this offense when you watch it. Boy, that's a nice timing on the break to the outside. It's just deep enough. It allows Chad Henne to throw over the top of the underneath coverage. McGowan cannot get up and knock it down.
Good for 14 yards, and Henne now up to 280 on the game.
And you got to think of this drive. You got to look at it this way. You only have one timeout left.
They lost 2 in that third quarter, down the sideline and over the head of everyone. Camarillo, the receiver. By the way, next Saturday, a border bash. John Calipari's Kentucky Wildcats taking on Tom Crean's Indiana Hoosiers right here on the home of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. We had Kentucky over North Carolina in the late going yesterday. Kentucky, Indiana next Saturday at noon here on CBS Sports. And Crean, of course, the brother-in-law of John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh. The success in that family in the coaching ranks. Here is a play-action move by Henne. Going to go underneath and almost intercepted off the fingertips of Ricky Williams. So it looks like he may have pulled a hamstring.
Or that he's got a cramp. That's what it looked like because he's walking pretty quickly.
No way, the first touchdown ever in Dolphin Stadium history right here back in 1987 was a touchdown pass from Jim Harbaugh to Ron Morris in a preseason game. Speaking of the Harbaughs, let's see what Chad Henne can do on 3rd and 10. Here come the Patriots. He's got Ginn for the first, and he dives onto the New England side of the field.
You know, Jim, this is what happens. Ted Ginn has got one guy covered him on that side. That's Lee Bodden. Because the Patriots are going, we are not going to let you throw it to Devon Bess. So they put the extra defender to the other side. Chad Henne recognized it right away before the snap of the ball and went to the receiver at one-on-one. And that was Ted Ginn. Good route, good catch.
Gains 15. 6:20 to go. To the ground. And Hilliard with Williams on the sideline. Good for 5. Well, can they change fortunes around in the fourth quarter? Again, that's all Sperano was emphasizing. Oh, but he was emphasizing above all this week.
Well, he was, and I'd say so far they did let a receiver get deep down the sideline. They could have iced this game for the Patriots if Sam Aiken and Tom Brady would have hooked up. But no pre-snap penalty so far for the offense.
On a 2nd and 5. Ball tipped and incomplete. That was McGowan. Knocked it away from Fasano. Just like that, it's 3rd down with 5.5 on the clock. You mentioned it a moment ago, Miami with only one timeout. They used up 2 in the third quarter. They'd love to have back. A couple of times of confusion out there. You wonder if it's too early, if it's 4-down territory, but you only have that one timeout.
It's not too early. A lot will depend on what they do in this play. Unbalanced line again.
They go run. And they're 2 yards short with Hilliard.
Well, the fact that they went run there, just like we talked about earlier, they'd already determined, let's do 4 downs, and you use that first one, try to catch them by surprise with the running play. I like the move. I think you got to go for it right here. You haven't shown great ability to slow down the New England Patriots offense. There's a good chance you'd never get the football back if you punt it.
Of course, it's about 5 yards too far for a field goal try. It would be about 57-58 from here as the clock moves inside 5 minutes and the crucial 4th down play. Ball, no, incomplete. Bess. And Darius Butler makes the play on the defensive side for New England.
Yeah, the ball's just thrown too hard, I think, as I watched it. I mean, he let it go.
Boy, did he whip it in here or what?
Yes. And the speed of it, yeah, in the speed of it, if it was thrown a little softer, Devon Bess might have reached out there and got that, but because it was thrown so hard, yeah, I'll tell you, the coverage is tight. That is not a penalty. Even though he put that hand on him, Darius Butler did. He didn't reroute him or turn him.
4:44 and taking over at the 40. Lawrence Maroney. Got a hold on to that football. Loses a yard. He's lost a fumble each of the last 3 weeks. What a doubleheader we have next Sunday, Phil. It includes in the early actions division leaders Cincinnati and Minnesota. Plus, how about Denver and Indianapolis? Broncos coming up with another big win today. And the Colts, well, it looks like they're going to end that win streak for Tennessee. And on the back end of it, we'll be down in Dallas for San Diego and the Cowboys. Big doubleheader day, all beginning with our guys in the studio with the NFL Today. 2nd and 11. Pass. Oh, could have been picked off. Channing Crowder had a play on it. A little low for Crowder to field it. Wes Welker was the receiver. They had a couple of guys in the area, Welker, that time, as you've been calling for.
They do this time. Let's see. Got somebody looking for him. Oh, yes, there we go. That's what I call a true double team. Jeremiah Bell, and then the free guy was Channing Crowder.
Randy Moss without a catch since the first quarter. Had 2 in that opening 15, including a long touchdown.
Dolphins having a hard time lining up.
Timeout called by New England.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but everybody from the Patriots upset because they saw that the Dolphins couldn't get their people on the field and lined up. Look at the Dolphins. Randy Starks. What do I do? Well, he's getting ready to go back in. And then finally he heard the magic word. Watch Wes Welker, top of your screen. Watch him as they call timeout.
It's interesting. Chris Baker calling for the timeout.
Well, Wes Welker was upset, Jim. They had nobody lined up on him. Nobody.
Can they do it? Paul Pasqualoni, former Syracuse coach, defensive coordinator down here in Miami, begging for a play.
I would play coverage. Coverage. I would not blitz.
Going for the big ball and over the head of Welker.
That looked like the play that they ran earlier where they hit Wes Welker, just a little bit of a different formation. But it's double coverage once again, and they're getting the hang of it now. They're going inside and outside and not letting him run down the field, going who's got him if he goes deep.
2 straight times in this 4th quarter, the Dolphins defense forcing 3 plays and a punt. Hansen, this one short. One hopper, Bess, and swarmed at the 26. Well, all of the stars of the NFL are lining up, positioning their teams for a spot in Super Bowl 44 coming in February right here on CBS.
I hope we have a day just like today.
Hope we have a game as compelling as today.
This has been exciting. It really has.
63 days to go. 9 weeks, if you will, and we'll be back. And let's see what Miami does with 3:44.
Yep, Jim, all they need is a field goal. So it's a big difference in how you approach it, going field goal instead of touchdown.
They do have Ricky Williams back on the field. Fake to him. Had to get that away in a hurry. Here comes Bess. And he sprints, fumbled on the back end of it. And I believe he was ruled down. No, maybe not. Ball squirted out at the end.
Yeah, but he was hit, made him go to the ground. It looks like he's down before that football came out.
Time's running, man.
First down.
That's just what my eye says. Hit, down, absolutely no fumble. Don't challenge it.
Good for 16. Now Hinney goes to a second option, and it's Fasano stiff-arming and taking it out of bounds. Takes the ride for a 13-yard gain.
You know, believe it or not, you don't want to go out of bounds.
No, you don't want to score too quick either.
No, I mean, you really don't. Of course, you can't tell your guys in the huddle in this situation, hey, let's catch it and don't go out of bounds, because we don't want to give it back after we kick the field goal or score. But it becomes a thought here after another play or two.
Just a tick inside 3 minutes as Hinney goes for the long ball for Ginn. And you saw closing in on Merriweather. As you said, he's a great roamer out there. Lee Bodden was the man on the immediate coverage. And that stops the clock at 2:53. In that AFC East, the Jets pull up to 6-6 Thursday night with their win up in Toronto. Miami trying to join them. Miami swept the Jets this season and trying to move within a game of New England. The 2nd and 10 play coming, and they're going to go ground. It's Hilliard to the 41. Burgess on the tackle. This is again about the same spot on the field where their last drive ended. It's just a little too far out for a field goal try. They got 3rd down and about 7.
Tony Sperano's like yelling, hurry up. It's just not a factor. It means nothing. Take your time and try to execute each play.
Call it 3rd and 6. No shotgun.
Uncovered.
Oh, wide open, and Hinney lobbed it past him. Losaka polite with no one near him.
Oh, the little hesitation. Chad Hinney leaned back as he was going to throw it, and when he leaned back, it made him get under the football, and it just sails. Oh, he leaned back, he shifted his feet. It didn't work out the timing he liked.
Well, here you go, 2:09. If you don't make it here, you only get the 2-minute warning and 1 timeout. So this might be it for the Dolphins. 4th and 6. He'll roll out, buy some time, fires it, gets it at the 29. It's Camarillo. And now they're in field goal range at the 2-minute warning. 21-19 New England. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Well, there is the man who very well could decide it, Dan Carpenter. We got the Subway postgame show coming up after this one. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cowher waiting for this one to end. All the scores and highlights coming up. Subway postgame show.
How about that throw by Chad Hinney? Tremendous route on the outside. They started the game out. That was his first throw of the game.
And that last one on 4th down. Now on 1st. And that is Williams with Guyton and others stacking him up. 2-yard gain. This would be about, from this point, 44 yards. New England has 2 timeouts. Miami with 1.
Well, what you have to do, and they're doing a little bit of both as you run the football there. It's about using the clock, maybe get New England to call a timeout, and playing, of course, to still get the field goal attempt, get better field position, but also try to win that battle with the clock.
Carpenter, who has made 16 straight field goal attempts, including a winner here with seconds to go against Tampa a few weeks back.
Oh, they're all up there. They're playing run all the way.
2nd and 8. Williams drives it to the point where it might be about a 40-yard field goal try. 3rd and about 4 coming up.
Jim, let's look at that 4th down throw by Chad Henne.
By the way, timeout here in New England.
New England used their 2nd timeout. They roll the pocket. It worked early in the game. It's a little squirrel route or snake route. He fakes the out, goes up, and then comes back. That really it's called a true double move, not just one move. And Chad Henne just threw a rocket to him right to his stomach. Everybody has a different name for that kind of route. The out and up and back.
Well, if you run it here, you probably force New England to go ahead. If you stop them short, New England to go ahead and take its final timeout. You'd have about a 40-yard field goal, 41 from this point.
My game strategy would be to throw it, to try to pick up the 1st down. It's a little breeze on the field. This is about a 40-yard field goal. Not a gimme, that's for sure.
Everyone in tight. They're going run. Going outside. Ricky Williams. No gain. It's a couple of big hits by Ty Warren and McGowan. Chung comes up. And now New England does, in fact, take its last time out at 107. It's been 3 years since the Patriots lost back-to-back games. They lost that nighttime game to Marvin Harris and Peyton Manning, and then the last time they ever had natural grass, they changed it the next day after the Jets beat them the following week. Last time they lost 2 consecutive. Trying to avoid that today. Well, let's bring out Carpenter. 2 for 2 today. He is 18 of 19 on the season. The way they're going to spot it, it's going to be 41 yards from the right hash mark.
You know, this stadium, I never get a good feel for which way the wind blows. Is it across? Kind of died down now. Earlier it was pretty fresh on the field.
This for the lead. Denny to Fields and off the toe of Carpenter, and that kick is good. For the first time today, after 58 minutes, 58 seconds, Miami has its first lead.
Boy, a couple good drives when you talk about the Dolphins today. That was a drive where they had to reach down in their gut and get it done because they missed some opportunities. The one, Jim, right before halftime when they took it over on their own 6-yard line. Yeah, you're excited, but you're not like crazy with excitement because there's still 1 minute to go and Tom Brady's on the other side.
Boy, a lot of confidence, Carpenter. But Tom Brady has 1 minute and 2 seconds to go, but no timeouts. Dolphins could be only 1 game out of the division lead if they can hold on to this 22-21 lead. And how about the Jets watching, thinking the same thing? Well, Wes Welker's had another monster day. 10 catches, 167 yards, and he's also a good returner. Had 8 returns for touchdowns in college back in his Texas Tech days. May not get the chance here. No, he's going to go for it from 4 yards deep. Brought down by Torbor and Culver. At the start at the 22. Well, second half here for Miami. They went for it on a 4th down play. Got the touchdown pass to perfection to Hartline and the Carpenter kick for the lead. But Gostowski on the other side has a big leg. And Miami might actually have a 4th quarter go its way. If it can stop the Patriot attack. Set up screen, wide open room for Morris. And he's going to take it outside and out of bounds. Stop the clock with 50. It picks up 11. Subway post-game show next up when this one concludes, including highlights and scores, including the Raiders scoring with 9 seconds to go up at Pittsburgh to take a 27-24 lead. We got a thriller here as well. Brady, he's got the pocket time. He's going for the big ball for Aiken, and it's incomplete. Oh, he turned around, got both hands on it. Dolphin defenders had not looked back.
I think they called this play because of the screenplay, the play before. And I saw that same receiver, Aiken, going down the field, and I go, wow, that's the whole field one-on-one. Well, that was an excellent throw by Tom Brady.
42 seconds. Brady has to get away, and he's intercepted. And Crowder falls to the ground to seal it for Miami. Cameron Wake put the pressure on Brady that forced the errant throw.
That's right. He was just throwing the football to get rid of it, to play the next down. Oh, what a jump off the ball by Cameron Wake. Gets inside of Nick Kazzer. Tom Brady's hit.
Under review.
This play is being reviewed upstairs.
Well, they reviewed it to see if he caught the football. That's all.
How about maybe Brady's knee was down before he threw the pass?
Another good point. When you review a play, everything is in. Are his knees down? Well, he got rid of it.
The one time
shot.
You pray for a sack to go against you.
Doesn't have to be his knees. I was going to say, even his shin doesn't look like any part of his body got to the ground.
Channing Crowder with the interception that may have closed it. The Dolphins had been down here 14-0 early. I'd like to welcome those of you who saw the Raiders win it with seconds to go, sending the Steelers to a 6th loss on the season. Gradkowski with the late touchdown pass for the win. We're under review right now on this pick. They're reviewing upstairs to see if Brady's knee was down or any part of him was down before he released this pass that was going to be picked.
There's nothing in this replay that shows me that he was down before he released the football. Oh, how about that? Cameron Wake actually holds his legs up. He had such a good wrap, had both arms around him that he couldn't even get his shin to the ground. So really, what a job of Miami today, just hanging in there. It is one of my favorite phrases. Just keep making them play. Prolong that game, and they did it to the Patriots. And finally, Miami made the plays that counted down to the end.
The AFC East, if this interception holds up, is going to be wide open. New England would lead by 1 over the Jets and Dolphins.
The quarterback's knee was not down prior to him releasing the ball.
That's ball game.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. First down, Miami.
And the road woes for Bill Belichick in New England continue. In December, Tom Brady at Miami about to go 0-3 December games, 26-2 and the rest in his career. Tom threw for over 350 today. Not at all being put on his shoulders. Sperano and his team showing some grit in the 4th quarter today, Phil.
Well, they really did. They didn't make the big mistake in the 4th quarter. The Patriots made the mistakes in the 4th quarter today. 2 interceptions and a long missed pass They led to the Patriots losing, like you said, Jim, in the fourth quarter.
2 red zone stops. How about the AFC East and the AFC playoff picture overall? Indianapolis today over Tennessee. Cincinnati beats Detroit. And New England falls to 7-5. Jacksonville a winner on that wild card side at 7-5. Denver a winner as well. But the East with the Patriots at 7-5. The Jets and Miami both at 6-6. Tom Brady and all the talk. The pregame here was about a bruised ring finger on his throwing hand. Came right out and threw a long ball for a touchdown. And this Miami team was down 14-0 and fights back to save its season and wins the game. A 22-21 Miami victory. Subway post-game show is coming up. For Phil Simms, this is Jim Nance saying so long from Miami. You've been watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 44.